Or Mike, okay, okay. So I got a little something for you, buddy. It's a, let me full screen here. Alright. So it's basically a mini positioning guide. I don't want this to be too long or anything like that, but I wanted to help you out with your positioning. So we're just gonna take a tiny glance at this game where we won 4-0, because I don't really have any other mic replays, any recent ones especially. So in this position, right, we're not gonna talk about the early parts where I'm just gonna try to get to the glaring issues, right? The really awkward parts. So, you're not doing too bad with like positioning, maybe like ball touches and everything like that, but um starting around here. So, right here, if you look at your boosts, you have 5 boosts and you're using the rest of it just to get here. Instead of doing that, what you should be doing is you should be going back for boost because it's on their side already. If you go back, then you're signaling to your teammates that you can't do anything and that somebody else has to go up. So the quicker you go back, the better. So, right here, you keep looking at the ball. You should be grabbing either pads or this big boost to the side. Because you end up going this way, grabbing pads, and if you hear your teammate on the right side, he's coming up, and he's actually trying to go for this ball. He's actually in a better position to go for this ball. They can't get to it or anything like that, but you go up with 21 boost, and you mess up the challenge. So, by like ending, basically doing nothing. You also, by rotating this way, I have to avoid you, and you kind of make it awkward and everything. You're jumping for things you don't have to. You're very confused. So especially when you're like out of rotation, it's very important to get back into rotation quickly. So if I skip forward a little bit, we end up getting a goal right here. So off kickoff here, you choose to rotate back this way. What you should be doing is grabbing these pads, rotating around this area, because look, I know you got bumped there, but if you rotate around this area, you could drive up to this ball and get it for basically free. Because this guy gets dusted if you sit here and you just wait for these events to play out. So, you're inching up, you know what I'm saying? This guy is the guy you have to beat. So hypothetically, I was further than you, but because I flipped, I was getting pads and everything like that, I make it back. And I'm right here. I messed up my little thing, but I'm still here. Like I am in this area. Granted, if it wasn't you that was in this area, it would have been me. I would have definitely dusted him to this ball. But you're very slow about things and everything, and you're very indecisive. So, uh, you made things kind of awkward. And like for this challenge, by the way, as well, uh, if we go to fly view again, so you're kind of making things awkward for yourself as well by going for that, because there's no way you can get to that in this situation. One of us has to do it since you're kind of awkward and you're definitely not going up for it. So that's not something that you want to go up for. Stay around here because they still are going to get possession. I had to clear it. I had to get a bad touch on it. This isn't possession. That's just a clear. So you got to get ready for the next touch. They get a big one off the wall. Hypothetically, you stay right here if you have boost, or even if you just want to grab this pad and maybe that pad, it comes straight to you. And boom, you clear that out this way. This guy's not ready for that. He's going in this direction, right? Even if I go back a couple of seconds. He comes in, you get off the wall. He's already going this way. He's committed. So say you're like right here, you boom this off this wall. Maybe it comes down here. I'm right here behind you, and I can follow it up. So uh, it's really just you're putting yourself in bad positions when you can be in very good positions if you're just patient about your play. And I think right here you're focusing on the bad touch that you got rather than focusing on where you should be. You're trying to go for the ball every chance you get. You're putting yourself out of the play for so much longer than you should have to. Right, you were at 0 boost right there. you don't have to rush to get back or anything like that. You were at 0 boost right there because you wasted all your boost. This kind of thing, obviously, you should wait a little bit longer because there's only one person up. He's gonna clear that. You see this? You either turn back and let your teammate handle it and rotate behind him, because I see you're applying pressure here by driving forward, but basically you're gonna put yourself out of position for this kind of thing, because now you're awkward. I push in because I'm closer and everything. I dust everybody. Like I dusted you, I dusted the other two guys. So I went for the ball. I'm not really rotating properly either. I'm kind of cutting rotation here and there, which makes it a little bit awkward for you. I understand, but uh, but I just go if nobody else looks like they're gonna go, just because I don't want nobody to be on the ball. So if I skip forward a little bit, let's see if there's anything else. Okay, this looks like kickoff. So okay, so like this, you're at 9 boost because what happens? So you waste most of it hitting it up against the wall, even though your teammate was there. So I hear him at least. I don't know if you do, but he's definitely turning on this. You don't touch that, he booms it into their goal. Easy. This guy, far away and he's turning. This guy, don't know what he's doing. And this guy, definitely not ready for a boom top corner, right? And this guy has a really good angle, right? The ball comes back down. He's turning on this. Of course, he's a little bit off, but just say you don't, go right here and make it a little bit awkward. He's not even that a little bit off actually. It's coming toward him, right? And he was gonna drive into that. He's gonna boom it, or he's gonna at least try to boom it. So, you know, say sometimes even if they're behind you, you should let your teammates go, because they're gonna have a better touch than you. So, you made it a little bit awkward, and instead of getting a boom to the goal, it's mid, and now you're going in this little awkward circle and going for something that you definitely don't have to and putting yourself out of position again. Because you win for that, your teammate's still gonna be behind you, and that means he's still gonna, have rotated, and it's gonna be his turn. So you have to trust him. You gotta go for boost. You know what I mean? Just put yourself out of the play. You have to purposely take yourself out of the play because you're trying to be in every play, touch every ball that you get the opportunity to, and you're being very greedy when you can just leave it and get like even better results from that. So you know, this was good, obviously, except you like didn't actually make the shot. You kind of rushed it because you thought that guy was playing probably. I get that. And then I don't think the rest of the game really is that bad. If I'm not mistaken. Maybe this right here where I'm going for the ball. I'm already on it, so maybe you shouldn't go for that. Maybe you wait until I go for it and see what happens. Because it looked like you were going to go for this regardless of if I missed or not, which I did miss, granted, and you did get the follow-up on it, granted, yeah. But it looks like you were kind of going for that regardless. And it's good that you were close enough to do that, but in our corner, say you double commit, right, and this guy's faster, he gets a good 50, even if it's not like a beat, it's a 50, and it's in our corner, and now you can't do anything to stop it because you flipped, you've wasted boost. I'm far out because I've wasted my boost and I jumped off the wall in an awkward way. And now our teammate has to defend for like 10 seconds until we get back in a 1v3. So you see how that could put you in a bad situation and stuff, but you also can't hesitate and be like, oh, I might accidentally put my teammates in a 1v3, because if you do that, then you're actually going to put your teammates in a 1v3. Because somebody else is going to try to go for you, and then you're going to hesitate and all that, and blah, blah, blah. And it's not going to work out. So, that's the idea of rotating and everything. Uh, Obviously, I'm not perfect at rotating myself, but that's basically the whole gist of it. That's how it should work. That's what you should be aiming for in that kind of situation. You want to read the play before it happens. You got to make predictions. And it's okay to be wrong about your predictions because obviously you're going to learn and you're going to get better at predicting, but you have to make those predictions first in order to learn. and you'll get it over time.